you're a professional?
Are you?
That's it, Clark. Show 'em who's boss.
Oh, we're all in this together.
Hey everybody, what's going on? Welcome back to the Clark Griswold YouTube channel, and if you are a first timer, then welcome. I am happy to have you guys here. I am happy to be here. Of course, you can find me on Twitter at Mr. Clark Griswold. You can DM me there. You can ask questions there. Follow along with my stock content. Also, make sure you give me a subscribe here on this video or on this channel. Hit the subscribe button, hit the bell right beside it. That bell will give you notifications as soon as I send videos out, like the one we're about to go through. I send out weekly setups, I send out monthly setups, motivational videos, okay, different learning tools. I put out a bunch today that they're killer setups and great ways to be able to take profits on trades. Okay guys, so let's get started on Lotto Friday for March 11th. And even if you're not looking at this as a watch list, it is a good learning tool. It is good to get screen time and watch. The more you watch, the more you notice things, the more things will be noticeable to you. Okay, the better you will be, and that's just the way it goes. The more screen time you have, the better you will be. Okay, so let's get started for the plays for March 11th, Lotto Friday. SPY, of course, is the first one I have on my list. Almost always will be. I follow SPY daily, okay? I love to make trades on SPY. It is super liquid. You can get in, you can get out. There's big gains. You also can take big losses, so your stop losses need to be tight. Anyways, we had a 2 down on the day for SPY. A 2 down bar means we crossed below the previous bar only, okay? We didn't cross above the top of the previous bar, otherwise that would be an outside bar, okay? So we have a 2 down. The other thing about this, it did finish green, okay? So we're gonna look for calls on this thing on a reversal, and calls will be at 426.47. And if you haven't already, grab a piece of paper and a pen. You can write down the ticker symbols and the dollar values for our triggers, okay? And we have a lot of them, so let's get going and let's get through them. Moderna, mRNA. Moderna has a nice inside bar here. Day and the week are currently green, so we can take calls at $140.83, $140.83. Puts at $135.81. CCL, that's Carnival Cruise Lines, an outside bar. Outside bar, as I said, crosses above the previous day's candle. It also crosses below the previous candle. We call this a 3 bar, okay? So we can take calls on this one at $18.23 or puts at this trigger line here at $16.68. DIS, Disney is up next. There we go, DIS, Disney. So Disney was one of our plays from today. This was our trigger, and of course we crossed it, and we didn't hit targets down here, but if we went to the hourly, targets likely would have been hit. So this was a moneymaker today on Disney. Tomorrow we're looking for a reversal on Disney. We have a 2 down again that finished green, so we will look for calls at 134.16. Okay, Tattooed Chef, hammer candle here, 2 down that finished green. Day, week, and month are green, so we can look for calls at $12.51 on Tattooed Chef. LYFT, that's lift, 2 down, green. Look for the reversal to the upside, $37.97. MRVL, that's Marvel. Marvel, we have a doji candle here, so we can look for calls and look for Marvel to go to the upside at $66.71 as our trigger. Now, we'll go through this real quickly with you guys for targets. Targets are always the preceding wick, okay? So we'll go to green, change that to green there. There's target 1. There's target 2. Target 3, so on and so forth, okay? Next up, EW. That's Edwards Life Sciences. EW, 2 up. Oh, sorry. EW is a double inside bar. So super, super powerful pattern. It's showing inside bars, also known as 1 bars in the Strat, are showing consolidation within the stock, okay? So, and I always describe it as a spring in a mattress or a couch, and if you can just imagine a spring coiling, and it gets so tight, and then it just explodes one way or the other, either to the upside or the downside. So we will be watching EW closely tomorrow. We can take calls at 105.94, puts at 104.04. Okay. Next up, HD. That's Home Depot. Home Depot, big hammer candle here. We will look for a reversal to the upside with this, with a 2 down that's green, and calls at $318.52. Another hardware store in Lowe's, hammer candle. Okay. So calls at 224. We'll move this down just a hair. 224.46. We'll be looking for calls on Lowe's. Okay. Next up, Lululemon. Lululemon usually has really high premiums. That came out really weird. Really high premiums for Lululemon, but I put it on here anyways. Calls at 304.05 with this 2 down that finished green. Ford Motor Company, ticker symbol F. Again, same play. We're looking at a lot of reversals or possibilities for a lot of reversals tomorrow. So Ford, you can take calls at $16.40. GNOG, Golden Nugget Gaming, bought out by DraftKings. 2 down that finished green. So we can look for, let's move this down. We can look for calls at $6.53 on GNOG. Planet 13, I should have taken off. ESI, we can take off. American Airlines probably was a play, but I skipped out of it. We can look at it at the end. AB&B has an outside bar, calls at 152.75, puts at 144.41 on Airbnb. BAC, that's Bank of America. Again, 2 down, finish green. So we'll look for calls at $41.46. AFRM, outside bar here, calls at 37.42, puts at 34.48. And guys, stay tuned for my next video coming up. It'll be the top 3 stock picks for Lotto Friday, okay? So stay tuned for that video as well. So we can take calls on Activision Blizzard at 81.27. We have a 2 down that finished green. This one might be a little bit hard to achieve based on this big wick here, but it depends where we open up. BA, Boeing Company, 2 down that finished green, so calls at 182.02. CRM, inside bar, nice little inside bar here on CRM, so calls at 201.20, puts at 197.52 on CRM. Inside bar on Datadog, DDOG, so calls at 142.55, puts at 135.95. GS is Goldman Sachs, 2 down that finished green, 332.12, we're taking calls. Robinhood, hammer candle, 2 down green, calls at $12.09. JP Morgan, that's JPM, 2 down green, doji candle, 133.57, we can take calls. Keurig Dr. Pepper, ticker symbol KDP, outside bar, calls at 38.25, puts at 36.51. 2 down green from MasterCard, so we'll look for a reversal there. MA, we can take triggers for the calls at 326.22 on MasterCard. MGM Resorts, big outside bar here, calls at 41.07, puts at 38.91 on MGM. MNST is Monster, 2 down green, doji candle, calls at $76.55. Morgan Stanley, 2 down green, calls at 87.83 for the reversal. Another reversal on Microsoft, Mr. Softy, MSFT, calls at 286.82. NKE is Nike. Nike, we can take calls at 126.62, and we haven't had a play on Nike for quite a while due to gaps or just not having setups. This was our last one here on this inside bar, which you can see took for a little bit of profit, and that's it on NKE. NVIDIA, NVDA, hammer candle, 2 down green. We can take calls on this one at 228.04. ORCL, Oracle, nice inside bar on Oracle, day, week, month, green. Calls at $76.85, puts at $74.97. Palantir, PLTR, another nice inside bar. We can take calls here at $11.96, puts down here at $11.32. Piton, that's Peloton, PTON, 2 down green, doji candle, calls at $23.14 here. QQQ, again, similar to SPY, we have calls at $332.57 based on this 2 down that finished green. SE is C Limited, again, hammer candle, 2 down green, so we look for a reversal to the upside. Calls at $99.70. This is a basically a day of reversals tomorrow on our Lotto Friday. So inside bar here on Square, SQ, we can take calls at 110.58, puts at 104.69 on SQ. TGT is target, 2 down green, hammer candle. We can take calls at 215.37. TWTR, that's Twitter with an inside bar. Calls at 34.44, puts at 33.37. We'll skip past. Oh, that's the one I wanted to skip past. Visa, ticker symbol V, has an inside bar. Calls at 199.94, puts at 196.27. A tight inside bar there. XOM is ExxonMobil. Nice inside bar, full time frame to the upside. So calls are probable here at 85.65. Puts possible at 82.90. NVAX, Novavax Inc. Inside bar, calls at 79.86, puts at 75.39. IWM, that's a 2000 Russell 2000 ETF. We can take calls on this one at $200.04 with a 2 down green candle. CSCO is Cisco Systems, 2 down green. We got to fill this small little gap here. So we can look for calls at 55.17 on Cisco. XEL, nice little inside bar on XL Energy. We can take calls on this one at $70.42, puts at $69.29 on XEL. And then the last few here, Starbucks SBUX, 2 down green. We can take calls at 87.31. And the last one of the night, guys, Plug Power, PLUG, outside bar, calls at 26.74, puts at 24.76. If you liked the video, give me a like, hit that subscribe button, follow me on Twitter. Make sure you're not playing anything that has a bid and the ask that has too big of a spread. And if we gap up or gap down in the morning, the triggers become nullified, and then we play the gap. So thanks for watching, guys, and we will see you on the next one. Bye-bye.